As Embassy Group alone, we've consumed in the last 10 years more than 2.5 lakh tons of steel, right? Just as one company. Let's not talk about the whole industry. And if most of those buildings, which are RCC consuming that much steel, were to be changed to steel consumption, the consumption would have been 75% more. In the next 5 years, Embassy Group alone will be consuming close to another 2.5 lakh tons of steel, right? And out of that 2.5 lakh tons, 1.25 to 1.5 lakh tons is just warehousing and industrial alone. And that's the perspective that I would like to throw on this table, is warehousing and industrial is the next big play as far as steel's volumes are concerned. And we are building close to 30 million square feet of volumes. So I won't give you a big group display, because that's not what this is. But yes, we are building in steel, commercial. Residential is mostly in concrete. Hospitality, we're doing a lot in steel. Industrial and warehousing is all steel. We're building some malls. We are building office spaces which are co-shared, like in Bombay we have WeWork, which most of them are leased, but there's a lot of steel component in that. Steel as a building material, everybody knows it's green, recyclable, but I think what's really important is if you just go back to where the money is coming from in India today, and where funds want to deploy capital, which is where it all starts, they are looking at unlocking capital fast, right? So if you want your money to come in for a developer's perspective, it should come in fast and exit fast. That's where the funds feel comfortable. Now, only steel is a material that can offer that fast-track construction. So I think it's very important to remember speed or time equal to money in terms of construction. And that's where obviously our warehousing business is very good, because we can construct a 500,000 square feet warehouse in 7 to 8 months. Recently Zambil Steel has taken some contracts from us, and we're obviously very happy with them. Steel is obviously neighbor friendly and environment friendly. I think we all know that. It allows a more freedom of expression. I mean, we have Sailesh and Hiten here today, one of the best designers in steel that I've known, and they have designed some of the most amazing buildings in Bombay. So when Hiten was saying that, yes, people are worried, it's like a chicken and the egg situation, that's correct. But I think if people in this room are able to take a little more risk in terms of pushing it to their clients and their bosses, that it's not really rocket science to make buildings in steel, we can see steel consumption go up substantially. Of course, it's a more creative and depends on the type of building. You don't want to push steel where it doesn't belong, and you don't want to push concrete where it doesn't belong. So both have respective places in the industry, and steel obviously in many places is much more competitive and viable than concrete. So again, I won't dwell on this for long, but this is what we do. We are building large warehouses across India. As I said, over the next 3 to 5 years, we'll be consuming close to 150,000 tons of steel just for warehousing alone. So yes, we're a big buyer of pre-engineered buildings, but at the same time, we also want good design optimization of pre-engineered buildings, and we are managing to achieve that. This is pretty much the same thing as what I said. It's cost effective, it reduces construction time, it can be dismantled and reused, which in an industrial and warehousing, you can add cranes later on by putting stiffeners. You can pre-design the foundations to be slightly lower. So that same building in steel can be reused as a warehouse, as a factory, as a workshop, as an assembly shop, which I think is something that we are giving to our customers. But no other material can offer that flexibility today. If you build a building in RCC and you've designed flow loads once, it's done. You can't go back and change so many things over there. And of course, it's used across, so from factories to workshops, warehouses, cold storage, bulk storages, and so on and so forth. This is some of the parks that we're building. I would say these will be one of the best logistics and warehousing parks in the country. We are building close to 1 million square feet in Pune. We're building close to 5 million square feet in Delhi NCR, in North India, which is mainly in Gurgaon. We're building close to 9 to 10 million square feet in Mumbai, near Mumbai. About 4.5 million square feet in Chennai, and about a couple of million square feet in Bangalore. So that's totaling to about 25 to 30 million square feet. These are going to be fully integrated logistics and industrial parks. Obviously, steel is the major construction material in these parks. But the whole reason we are here today is to showcase that steel can be made to look beautiful. So if you just look at these, I don't have more pictures, but if you look at these pictures, these are completely pre-engineered, pre-designed, pre-fitted parks, in India. So yes, we should use more of steel. We should promote it. We should push it. And we as a buyer are always ready to do all that it takes to push steel as a material out in the market. Thank you very much.